Welcome back, guys, to It's Really Nate and Not Danny, because we just got back from our 2-week trip to Tokyo, visiting the Nintendo Museum, Tokyo Disney, and got to experience everything that the Japan culture had to offer. And now we are at a private New York City event, getting to go hands-on with the Nintendo Switch 2. So excited, because in just a couple weeks, we're going to also experience Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe. There's just a lot of excitement in the air for Nintendo fans, so come along, let's go check out the Nintendo Switch 2. We've officially made it online. Let's go get ready to play some Switch 2.
Badge and gameplay password.
Thank you so much.
And if I can put this wristband on you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
To try out.
I would love to.
All right. So these units won't turn on, but you can test out the new Joy-Con 2.
Wow.
The release buttons on the back, the magnetic mechanism, the stand.
Very cool. Very cool. It feels awesome, honestly. It feels really nice.
Adjustable. I think it's 170 degrees. So you can lays almost flat in tabletop mode.
That is so sick.
Or you can adjust it custom.
That's awesome. Let's check out. So we just had a first look on a hands-on with the Switch 2, checking out the box. So one version will be, as of right now, without any price changes, $449 for the base system and $500 US with Mario Kart. And you've also got the carrying case, the camera accessory, the Gamecube controller, and the Pro controller. So the Gamecube controller is actually going to be available only via the Nintendo online store on June 5th, and it's wireless. So this looks awesome. I literally cannot wait to pick up a Gamecube controller. It's going to bring back so many great memories. But the Pro controller looks really nice. Here we could take a look at the system itself and the dock, Joy-Con. Guys, I can't believe we're actually here. This is so exciting. They're letting groups of about 48 to 50 people walk in to start the experience. So the way the New York experience works is you get 1 hour and 20 minutes to do free play. So you can go to the different booths and you get to play a selection of different games: Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, the Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom with 4K upgraded patches, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's the free play, and then separately you've got a session on just Mario Kart World, which is their brand new open world Mario Kart, and then you've got a separate session for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that is Donkey Kong's first 3D platformer in over 20 years. This is going to be very exciting.
Everyone should receive their game.
Excellent. Cool. Well, my name's Jason. I'm the guy doing Mario Kart World today. Two-player on this thing together. Do a solo race on the Switch 2 itself. So you can have it on your hands. Yeah.
Okay, so we finally had a chance to play some Mario Kart, and I have to tell you, this game is going to take the world by storm. It is so much fun, and there is so much packed into the game that was never before seen in other Mario Kart titles before it. The free roam mode is something so many people dreamed of having on a game like this with Mario Kart for so many years. We were begging Nintendo practically to change the formula, and they did it in the perfect way. So first of all, I'm holding the Switch 2 here, and it is extremely comfortable to hold. I'm going to say this a couple times throughout this whole video, but like, playing in handheld mode was such a great experience, where the old Switch, sometimes your hands can get a little clampy over time, and sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable, so you need a grip case to go on it for long extended playtimes. This being a taller unit and a little bit wider because of the screen being so much bigger, I thought it was going to be like too heavy, but it really wasn't. They had this big clamp at the back because they don't want you obviously to run out with it, but like it didn't feel heavy and it felt really good in the hand. The biggest difference between the Joy-Cons, except for the size, was the sticks and the grip. So like the Joy-Con sticks on the left and the right were so smooth. It was completely reinvented from the original. And I think that's like my favorite, absolute favorite thing about these new controllers that are built in here. And the game itself was a blast. You see me here playing as Yoshi. It was like so fun to play. There's a ton of different characters, a ton of different new karts, and the races themselves are unique in such where you're going from race to race, and it's very different than previous Mario Karts before it, right? So this has been talked a lot about how all the races are connected, and then you have to drive at the end of the current race to the next track and then continue the race. It's very unique. It's very different. It's a lot of fun. The characters themselves have a lot of life to them, like the cart movement, their facial animations. Everything was so smooth and so great. In handheld mode, you're playing at 1080, 60 frames per second, which is so smooth and incredible. On TV, you're finally playing Mario Kart in full 4K, 60 frames. It is an absolute treat. So next, after doing that initial Mario Kart play by ourselves, we got into a tournament of over 24 people. This was a really cool part of the event. This was still part of the whole Mario Kart intro to this whole New York City experience. And so we got teamed up with a buddy. And we played 24 players. It was really a lot of fun. The Pro Controller is so good. The texture, the buttons, it all feels really great. After the first part of Mario Kart being complete, then you walk into the free space, and you can get to just kind of play any game. So they literally had everything that was announced. Street Fighter 6 looked so good. There's actually screenshots online that show like it looks better than the Xbox Series S version, which was very impressive. I'm excited to play more of that. Split Fiction was here. They had a lot of Split Fiction. They had 4 sections for the GameCube virtual emulator. I played a lot of Cyberpunk, and we've got an interview coming up with the dev team from there. Played a little Wind Waker. That looked really good. It was kind of weird to get adjusted to the C-Stick on the GameCube controller, but it was still fun. Played a little bit of Kirby. That was really great with some of the new DLC that's coming out, and I was so happy to finally play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in full 4K. It looked so good, and I will replay both of those games when they come out on June 5th. Metroid was fantastic, and that's what we're going to play next right here. So let's talk about Metroid 4 for a second. I mean, we've been waiting for this game for so long, and it's finally here. And not only is it here, but the public is allowed to play it. And this was a special treat for this event. I was shocked that all of these games were here. Like, I thought they would maybe have Zelda and like Mario Kart, but they literally had everything, and that was so cool. The game was awesome. I'm not the biggest Metroid fan. I will be playing this on day one when it comes out later in 2025. The graphics look really good, although I did ask the people who were there, the Nintendo employees, they would not tell anybody what the specs or the resolution of this game what it was running at. I was really hoping that this was 4K. The only thing they could tell us is that it was running in performance mode at 120 frames, but they wouldn't say, like, was it 1080, was it 4K? So they did say, like, if it's running at performance mode at 120, it's 1080 or upscaled 1080. But they wouldn't confirm. So resolution wouldn't be confirmed, but they did say that it was running at 120 frames on performance mode. I thought it was really great, but I would never play it this way. I think 4K 60 is absolutely perfect. And like the game was so smooth and everything felt so good. It was generally a lot of fun. Like I'm halfway through playing Metroid 1. I'm just not the biggest Metroid person. I always found them to be a little challenging, and they kind of came out when I was younger, so I just never really dived into them. But now I'm replaying or kind of playing Metroid 1 remaster for the first time, and that's been really great. I'm genuinely excited for this. I thought this game was really, really good. I wish there was an online component. They haven't talked about it, and I don't think there will be, but that would be really fun to have on Switch too. But overall, really impressed by this. And I also found the mouse controls to be kind of interesting. You do need a lot of space for the mouse controls to be kind of workable. You could see here I was trying it out, but some of my movements, like, it felt really good in mouse. I'm not the biggest PC or mouse player, but you need a large area. I feel like some people were saying, oh, you could play it on your knee. Maybe, but I think that would be hard, and I would just, like, go back to not. You can also instantaneously change between using the Joy-Con normal and then moving it down as a mouse, and it would, like, immediately recognize it within, like, 2 seconds. So it felt good. Overall, I was pretty pleased. This is for sure going to be, like, the graphical showcase for Switch 2. I think especially being in 4K on, like, an OLED TV, it's going to look really, really good. And I'm so excited by the quality of graphics that we're going to get on Switch 2 games. This really looks incredible. I can't believe I'm playing Zelda in, like, HD, like real HD. So on the Switch 2, when you're playing it just on the console, everything's in 1080p, and it literally looks so good. The screen is bigger. The Joy-Cons feel really good. The movement of the Joy-Con stick actually feels, like, really tight, and it's so smooth. There's no clicking noises. There's no, like, grinding. I've always found an issue where, like, I would have grinding problems on some of the Joy-Cons, but these feel really smooth. This is awesome. I literally can't wait. I'm gonna have to play this. I've put, like, over 200 hours in this game, but I will put another 200. Don't tempt me, Nintendo. Yeah, it feels good, and, like, the corners are curved, so everything feels, like, really nice in your hand. A lot better than the other, honestly. I think the regular Switch is curved, but it's got, like, a certain, like, it's just not ergonomic. Because this is bigger, it's taller. It's a taller unit, so it feels much better in the hand. And the loading is so quick. It's awesome. So we could see how quickly the game is going to load in. It has 250 gigs of internal storage. And you can see just, like, how crisp everything looks. And it feels so good in the hand. This is fine. I'm, like, just so excited that Nintendo finally has a premium device. Like, a premium console for the first time ever. It's so good. So we just finished playing Zelda. Honestly, it's so good. I know Breath of the Wild's been out for 8 years, and Tears of the Kingdom's been out for 2 years, but, like, replaying it, like, in 4K is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I literally cannot wait. Let's go check out what else they got. They actually have Hogwarts Legacy, and I really love this game on PS5, but I'm interested to check this out on Switch 2 to see what the loading is like, and if it's more like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X version, or is it just a little bit better than the Switch one, which was not that good. I loved this game when it came out, I think a year or two ago, and I cannot wait to pick it up again and play it on the go when we travel. I think this is going to be so fun. It's such a cozy game, but it's also, like, action and adventurous, and the graphics look really good. They've also got Dragon Drive, which is one of the new IPs that Nintendo introduced to showcase the mouse controls. So this is interesting. I might check it out. It's a very unique game. You're in wheelchairs, but you get to play basketball and with wheelchairs. Kind of interesting. We've also got Sid Meier's Civilization. More Dragon Drive, a lot of Dragon Drive. I think this is so funny, the Welcome Tour. So Welcome Tour is interesting. It's kind of like a tech demo that they're charging for, $10 USD. You know, it should be free. There's been a lot of conversation around what this game is, and it should have just been a packet like the Wii Sports was, but I guess that's a missed opportunity.
It kind of you jump in straight into the action pretty much.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's why.
The one other thing, is it in 4K?
It's not 4K. It is. You played it docked, so in dock, it is 1080, and depending on the quality or performance mode, this is different. You know.
What mode is this?
So this most likely by default we play on performance, so it is around 40 FPS, 40-ish.
Yeah, I felt it wasn't 60. That's what I was going to ask.
But
I could tell.
There is VRR also when you play on 120 hertz, so it kind of smooths up the frame rate.
Got it.
In that regard. So if you play the quality, it is slightly lower, so around 30-ish.
Yeah, I never play quality on any game.
Yeah. When it comes to handheld, different resolution targets. So performance, this is 1080 handheld, and quality 720 handheld.
Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Cool.
And so, so there will not be a 4K.
No, I mean we are targeting, you know, just for the consistent frame rate.
Sure.
We are targeting 1080 just to make sure that, you know, there is no say disparity in between modes and kind of, you know, the visual fidelity stays intact.
Do you feel like if I played this version, would I not have the best experience versus playing it on like PC or PS5?
I wouldn't necessarily compare them, you know. I would say that this is kind of, you know, with the Switch 2 version, we do have also some stuff which is not available on other platforms. So this kind of makes it more distinct, I would say.
Being able to play it anywhere and
on the go, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, the control methods, they are different than on other platforms.
oh, interesting.
So yes, today you played on like the Pro controller.
Right.
So it has gyroscopic aiming.
Ah.
So once you do crosshair with the left trigger, you can fine tune your aiming with just, you know, tilting the controller
Oh,
left and right.
interesting. Okay.
So that's for the Pro controller. When you've got Joy-Cons detached, you can not only precision aim, but also you can reload weapons with gestures. You can use help items. So, like, you feel like you have your cyberware, you know, on you.
That's
Because
cool.
you control the character with more Joy-Cons. So it's kind of immersive in a different way. Precision aiming with gyroscopic controls is also handheld. So once you kind of have Joy-Cons attached and play with handheld, this is also gyroscopic aiming.
Very cool.
So in total, I would say that this is like 4 different control methods in the game.
Got it. And the Switch 2 version comes with all the DLC and everything?
So it comes out as a complete or ultimate edition, as we call it. So this is base game. This is Phantom Liberty story expansion, and all the smaller DLCs we did with you know, the patches.
Got it. Okay.
So this build you played here is roughly 7 weeks old. So it's
I read that online.
It took us some, you know, some time to work on that build, but still it's kind of, you know, a snapshot of our work through 7 weeks ago. So right now we are working on, you know, further optimizing it, making sure that, you know, it looks better and it kind of works better.
Yeah, and that's great to know. This is going to come in June 5th?
On June 5th,
Yeah, very cool.
Launch date, first ever, you know, CD Projekt Red game, which comes out day and day with the platform.
That's very cool.
We never ever did that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
And it comes out both digital and physical. Physical on cartridge, 64 gigs, you know.
That's right, that's right. You guys, I think, are going to be the one and only with the full game on the card.
I mean, I'm not sure if you remember, you know, how we launched The Witcher 3 on Switch. When we launched The Witcher 3 on Switch, it also came out on the cartridge with everything on there on the cartridge.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Okay. That's
So of course,
I think I remember that.
Of course, some stuff you still need to download when it comes to language versions. So you want to play, you know, the language version, which is not a part of your SKU.
Yeah.
So for example, if you play this game, if you buy this game in the States, you do not get all the available languages. So you won't get, you know, a myriad of European languages, for example.
Right.
So some of them you need to download.
Got it.
Like the base languages for your SKU, so like, you know, English, for example, you have it there.
Yeah.
Subtitles and VO.
Witcher 4, Switch 2?
Witcher 4, well, I'm here to talk about Cyberpunk 77.
Sounds good. All right, well, I'm excited by all the third-party support for Switch. You know, like, I'm really excited about that.
I mean, you know, you've seen other, you know, third-party games here from other partners. I mean, I'm happy for us to be in this group. Like, you know,
it's a big deal.
Let's say during the initial phase, you know, not everyone is here.
Right.
We weren't on the original Switch launch, so this is...
Yeah, this is a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal.
This is a big deal for us, you know, because like ultimately, every one of us back in Warsaw, Poland, gamers, right?
Yeah.
This is like for us gamers,
Yeah, it's a
some
big...
of us kind of started with Nintendo platforms. This is dreams come true.
Yeah, I know, it is. I love my Switch. I play it religiously. So to have this quality of a game on the go, and it's special.
Yeah, this is you know, if you are a gamer and also a game developer, it's kind of one of a kind experience, I would call it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Any more questions you might have, I'm here for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, that was a fun little interview with CD Projekt Red on Cyberpunk 2077 coming to the Switch 2. I'm really excited. He was super nice. The passion that these developers have for their games, third party, coming to Switch 2 is really special. There's a lot of excitement in the air today. It's a really exciting thing. Nintendo has finally caught up, and more games from third parties are going to be coming to these platforms, and it's really going to create a big surge of people playing games on Nintendo consoles that we've never played before. So there you go. We're headed to our final event here at the Switch 2 New York City Playground. We're gonna go play some Donkey Kong. This game was literally announced 2 days ago, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and we're gonna go play it. So I was genuinely surprised by how much I enjoy this game. I was the most excited for Zelda in 4K and Mario Kart and like trying out all these third-party games and even Metroid. Okay, Donkey Kong 2D games are very difficult. Like, I'm sorry, but like they just are. They're difficult. Tropical Freeze and even the new Donkey Kong Country HD remaster. They're just challenging games. And this game completely took me by surprise. It was so much fun. It literally had some of the best graphics I've seen so far on Switch out of this whole day, although everything looks so good. And it was like really fun to play. It was like not challenging. It really felt like a Mario Odyssey game, but with Donkey Kong. And I'm excited to see what they announce. Like there's going to be some hidden secrets around this game and there's more to discover and learn. But it was really fun. This comes out in July, early July, and I'm really looking forward to it. Before I was kind of like, Donkey Kong, fine. It is the first 3D platformer Donkey Kong game in over 20 years, and I was really shocked by how great this was. So I had a joy playing it. I played it for the full 20 minutes that we were allowed. It was really fun. Like there were so many ways to complete levels and do everything. You could see me here kind of like fiddling with the controls while holding the camera. It was a joy to play. Playing it with the Pro 2 controller was also so great. I love this controller. They said that they spent a lot of time engineering it, and I think they did a much better job at this version than the original. Right, that marks the end of this very special event. That was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that we got to experience this. It was really cool. Thank you, everybody. That was amazing. That was amazing. Well, that marks the end of our Switch 2 gaming experience here in New York City. That was a lot of fun. Honestly, like the last couple days for us has been a blur. We flew in from Tokyo early to be here, and it's been like a Nintendo tour that we've been on, but this was really exciting. Switch 2 coming June 5th all around the world. Can't wait. Thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe, because in just a little bit of time we're going to be in Epic Universe experiencing Super Nintendo World in Orlando. We're so excited for that. So stay tuned, subscribe. Thank you everybody.